Welcome back to TL's Hobby Center. Today we're doing another custom figure. I guess that's what I'll call it. Unless you guys come up with a better name, let me know. But we're doing the Marvel Legends series Groot. And this is from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And this is pretty much Swoll Groot is what everybody's been calling him. I've been looking for this. I could not find it in stores, so I had to order it online. And I just set up and to find it. So this is actually the one figure I really did want. I actually do have the skinny Groot from Infinity War. And I guess that's Guardian of the Galaxy. Nope, he was small Groot in that one. But this one is pretty neat because it comes with his wing pack that he has. If you guys haven't seen the movie, I'm sorry if I spoiled it. But he grows wings in the movie to fly out of a burning building or destroying building. He has a different set of hands. He also has a baby rocket. Or just a baby raccoon, however you want to look at it. But he's also about 7.5 inches tall, so it's a pretty tall figure. This is probably the biggest box for a Legends figure I've seen so far, for at least movie collection toys. But yeah, it's a pretty neat toy. I've been wanting to do this one. We're going to do some neat weathering with him, darken him up, lighten some areas, and put some moss on him. You guys can go look back and see how I do a moss style on my Iron Man figure I just did. So, but other than that, I think it's enough talking. Let's get this neat looking figure outside of the box and see what we get. Let's go. Okay, we got everything out of the box, and this thing has quite some amazing detail, not gonna lie. Some of it's also a little strange, like the wings, but you can only do so much. But I mean, this thing has a ton of veins, branches, and everything going on in here. So this is a pretty detailed figure. I'm pretty happy with this one. This one will look pretty awesome whenever it's finished up. You get 2 fists, and again, this figure is actually huge. I mean, compared to a normal figure, he's a little bit taller, but wider, broad build. Like last time I remember having a figure like this is having like Hulk toys coming back in early 2000s. So this is definitely a nice throwback to them building some bigger stuff. But I mean, look at all the detail on his back, like where all the larger branches all kind of fold in, kind of make his legs, his back, like all the different plating, his head even looking like a broken tree stump. It's pretty neat, and that'll probably tell you how old he is too, for people who know about trees. But all in all, it's a good figure. We're gonna do some wash to cut or darken in everything in between all the different detailed on the wooden parts, and then we'll go back and get some super glue. We'll dab on bits of moss to kind of make him stand out, so it looks like he's been growing moss, kind of like how he looks like in the movie. Stuff like that. It's all spread out throughout him, so we'll just kind of recover those spots after we darken it and paint him a little bit more to give him some more color. We'll do the same with the wings, the same with the hands. And then the raccoon, I'm not sure if we're going to paint anything on him yet. If anything, it might be a little bit of a wash just to darken his color a little bit, but that's really about it. But yeah, we'll have him pretty much sitting in the palm of Groot's hand. Somehow. We'll figure something out. But it'll be like that. So that way you can have him like, you know, he's presenting another raccoon, the Rocket, or whomever. But all in all, this is going to be a pretty awesome figure. I can't wait to get this thing finished up. But as always, for a first build, you always have to take it apart. Let's go on ahead and get this thing torn down and see what we got. Okay, let's go. Okay, so to get this thing apart, what I like to do is how it's been helped me lately is to run it under some warm water. I'll just try to pull it apart. Here, we're going to go ahead and get everything a quick stuff down. Like, we're not trying to take a lot of detail, just trying to get some light spurs into it. And that way we can always have the clear stick a little bit easier without trying to too hard. This is a really fine scuff pad too, so I'm not doing too much damage to it. It's just to roughen out the top surface. Okay, got everything pretty much primed up, sealed. Now it's just a matter of getting everything weathered. We'll do some wash on everything here. Then we'll start on getting some of the heavy texture of the wood grain. We'll have that pop after we do that. Mix it with different colors of brown. We'll make the green pop by having the flock. We'll super glue it to each and every spot that has green on it. That way it kind of sticks out more. So let's go ahead and get these to the next step and do that. Okay, figure is dried up, sealed in. Now we're gonna take some kiwi black shoe polish. We're gonna rub it on everything, get inside all the grooves on here again. And then we're gonna let this kind of dry itself up a little bit. We're not gonna take too much off. And then we're gonna go on ahead, mix up a few different colors of paint, and get a nice lighterish brown tone for this to make the outer exterior of his wood branches kind of pop. That way it looks like it's been worn out a little bit from just hitting off of things, to kind of make it stand out. So we're going to go on ahead and do that, get the stuff all weathered on up, and then we can put the thing back together, and we'll do the final pizzazz on this, and we'll see how this thing looks. So let's go. Okay, so I think I found a nice little happy medium. I might go a little bit lighter with it still, but this is kind of how it's turning out. It still looks a little dark, so I might still lighten it up a little bit more with the lighter brown here, just to kind of let it pop. So this is still a little too subtle, but it'll be fine, because once you're done doing this all, it'll kind of blend in, you won't even notice. So let's go and do that, and kind of jump to it, so let's go. Alright, he's all weathered up and highlighted, so he's now officially ready to go back together. So I believe his head is all the way back in. Now it's just a matter of gently reassembling. So let's go and do that, and then we'll do some more kind of like aging to his greens that he has on here to look like a moss. So we're going to go on ahead and do that, and that'll be the finished product, and then we'll go from there and do the final reveal. So let's go. Okay folks, now that we have him back together, we can at least now start adding some, super glue in a few select places that he had green on them, just to kind of make it look like his moss. And we got our flocking, which you usually buy at a hobby store or on Amazon, depending on where you go. You can find that stuff anywhere pretty much. But what we're going to do is just going to dab some super glue all over him, pretty much. Take some excess, swipe it on places he has some green and some other moss. Put that back in there. And then we're just going to go ahead and take a little bit of this green flocking, dab it onto some spots that he has it on, wipe it off on a few extras, and we're just going to keep kind of filling it up like that so it looks like he has moss growing on him. I'll show you a little bit closer. So it'll be like that. So that's the goal. So let's go ahead and get to it and see if we reach it. Let's go. Well, there we go. Another customized figure is done. From how it used to look all really bland to looking very 3D in this, in all of its glory. Like, this thing turned out really immaculate. I'm glad I did this one. It's one I've been wanting to do for a little while. And I think the brown just made this thing pop just enough to look like real wood, and kind of the moss is a nice touch to everything that he has. Looks like it's grown literally everywhere. I did a little bit more than what the figure actually had, so I wanted to, because I believe he did have a lot of moss in the movie, I believe. So in all, I think it was a good choice. That's really got it. I got some spare hands too. I didn't even do the mossing too. It was a pretty simple process to do all this all. So I mean, if I can do it, you guys can do it. I mean, I've never really done this kind of pretty much customization to action figures. I always play with them, never actually did this to them, so I'm kind of glad I can do this to them now. Hope I inspire you guys to do some more too. That's really about all I have for you guys. If you guys like this video, like it up and subscribe too if you haven't done that. And just let me know what was your favorite part, or if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask. Yeah, I hope you guys do the same too, and keep on customizing. Let's go.